That may be part of the issue that you're having with timing, is if you're getting here and getting loaded and then all of a sudden you're pushing really hard to get your hands back. Okay, we just have you right here so that you can feel all of this together. Okay, but then when you come here, it's not push my hands down and away from me, and it's not get here and then push them hard back. And so if that is getting into kind of what you're doing with your load, that may be part of the problem in the inconsistencies. Have you looked at it on video? Okay, you don't want to be on camera today or what? You backing up like I'm going to bite you over there. You talk quiet already. No, so yeah, just when you're working with this from launch, as you get back here and you start to feel everything, it's not push my hands down. Your hands are going to stay, remember, at shoulder level. And so now it's just load the body and then lift the barrel. And now you can move around a little bit to get comfy, but it's not here and then push out hard away. See that pullback, that little bitty pullback. That's what we need to get there already. So you're about to do it again. As soon as I move, you're not fully loaded here. Oh. There you go. Yeah. If I move my hand, when you're like in launch position, like if we're doing something from launch and I move my hand to toss and you do this, you're not in launch. Launch is when we're max stretch, just ready to fire. There you go. Beautiful. Pretty good. Okay. And that just stuff like that with your consistency at home is so crucial. And that's why I ask y'all, do you video? Or are you watching one of my videos to make sure that we're getting into the right spot? Because if you're like if your launch is this, and then when the ball starts to come, you got to do all this other stuff, that's going to throw off your timing and everything else. Okay, as soon as that front toe touches the ground, bro, we got to be able to go. And if you've been practicing with your feet like this, and then all this rocking and having to move to get there, it's going to throw everything out of whack. Okay, all right. Go ahead and grab yours, the wood. Okay. You're going to have one recoil swing and then a normal swing, okay? So just from that launch position again, we're going to load down into it and then boom, do not fully release your back foot. Stay grounded with the back foot, bring it back. I'm going to already have put another ball on the tee for you, okay? So same move that we just did. No, that got into the shoulders. But then I would have put another ball down. But you just got way too much into your shoulders that time. You did exactly what we were talking about. You went right here, and then you instead of just get here and stop. You don't have to make this all one move. Like get into your launch position, stop, and then fire away. I wasn't going to hit you, man. Don't try to rush it. Get fully loaded and feel that. Stop right there. Now stop. Now fire. There you go. Now go. Yeah. Okay. Don't rush. Right there. Pretty good. Head down on the second swing. Maintain the balance. Move up. You keep backing up. There you go. Oh, don't get in a rush. Feel your body at full stretch. There you go. On that second swing, we did not over-rotate as much. Good. Eyeballs. Don't get into a rush. Stop at full stretch and feel the position. There you go. You've got to get better with the stuff that you do on your own. Okay. At y'all's age, if we're going to be doing this and we're going to do it serious, okay, we need to be a little bit more deliberate with our reps. And you just start rolling through everything and you're at home without me standing right here. Those shoulders are going to start rotating. We're going to start spinning off of it. Okay. Keep your head on this tee. After the second swing, I want you to be able to stick it instead of walking out of the swing. There you go. Amen. Hey, I'm about to say, don't leave me hanging after you do it right. Last set. Much better, man. Much, much better. Did you hit on the machine yet this week?
No, I haven't.
You haven't gone? Okay. I'm curious to see if that will help what we talked about last week. Instead of trying to like go with all the bouncing around while you're on the machine, just get into a more simple like no stride setup and go from there. All right, one swing at a time, weighted balls. The exact same thing we just did. We're working from launch right now, man. Just making sure that you're getting in that position. There it was, that little bitty pullback. I'm telling you, I know. Hey, it's super subtle. But that is the difference between being to fire instantly and being a tick late. Okay? And that's what I want y'all to feel. Do you know what tension is? We talked about creating stretch, but do you know what tension is? Yeah, being tight, when you tighten something up. So we got to create tension and release tension to make us quick. You don't have it created yet. And so it's taking you a second to get started before you go. This is one swing at a time. I have 3 in my hand, but it's only one swing at a time. You're about to do it again. I'm telling you, that arm's not far enough back. There you go. Hey, why we do it, man? You feel it? Okay, yeah. You're about to do it again. It's not far. I'm telling you, it's not far enough back. This right here. I'm not gonna lie to you. I promise. All I do is I'm looking at the relation of your elbow to your shoulder. And if you go like this and your elbow is like even with your shoulder or body, you don't have the full stretch. That elbow is going to be slightly. So if you're looking at it like from behind, right? It's like this. You go and your elbow is right here. Verse just a little bit back. Now you don't want to get all turned, but that elbow is going to get back just a little bit. If you're like this, that's when you're like, oh, I got it. That one had a little bit to it. It's not further away from the, no, it's not further away like that. Remember, it's just over the back foot. It's not come here and then push way out this way. Look at the picture. Body and then just the barrel up right there. Whoa. I'm telling you, it's just a slight difference. You're still wanting to push your hands back, Jackson. It is not load and push them off of you. All of my body is right here, and I'm loading down. And for you right now, the barrel is just coming up. But that everything needs to be here to create the stretch. Okay? Get ready. I'm going to put you in the same position, or in the right position, without pushing you. So right here, load the body, and now lift the barrel up. Can you feel it now? Okay, right here, and right here. Okay, and then from right there, fire. Okay. So, knob to the catcher. There. Now you don't have to go down that far, but right there. Okay, try it again. So if we start here, knob to the catcher. Hey, there you go. Knob to the catcher. Now, I know that you don't start with the bat on your shoulder like that. You start more with your hands already, but it's the exact same move. We're not going and getting huge. It's just right there. I mean, you can do whatever you want with your hands. It doesn't matter to me as long as we're getting them into that right spot. But if you look at this right here, like this space, this is why we use the connection ball sometimes. So if I had this right here and I've got my hands up, this space isn't going to change. I'm just loading my body and getting that knob loaded. Some people talk about loading the knob. If you want to use that terminology instead of loading your body, think about it. See if that works for you in your brain. I'm going to tell you how to do it. So from right here where you start, so your hands are up like this. Load the knob to the catcher. It does work. It's just a different way of thinking about it. That's what I'm saying. If it's hard for you because we have such a tendency to rotate, if that load the body move is hard, when you have the knob, if you'll just point it like straight out, load the knob to the catcher. It's not push my hands. It's not do anything. Just load the knob back there. And that's going to get you in the right spot. You know how to hinge. You know how to basically coil. Your problem is you go to coil and then you have that big move or you push your hands back. Do a couple with the knob or load the knob idea. Now, go through like your normal, like what you would normally do and just think load the knob. Yeah. Okay, now your hands are too high right there. When you do it, you don't want to be way up. So if that's an easy thought, maybe think about lowering your hands a little bit, or you're going to have to kind of bring your hands, like don't change this, but you would have to bring your hands down. So you could start, like if you wanted them here, when you load the knob, you're going to have to bring them down some. But if you wanted to start more traditional, just here, and then go load the knob, at this point, it's whatever's easiest for you to understand, man. It doesn't matter to me. Like I'm just concerned with you getting there. What? Okay. Now, that's going to be a big deal with where your hands are. Because remember, if you like your hands where they are currently, there's going to have to be a little bit of a down move, and I don't want that down move to get into this ugly thing. Remember, space needs to stay the same. We're just kind of rocking our shoulders down. Okay, do you want to experiment with that, or do you just want to start with them lower right now and see what that feels like? Okay. Bro, I like that. You need to slow it down. Like just slow the load process down, but I like the move. You keep moving back, man. Start on the 10. There you go. See, that was more shoulders. That one you didn't. That was more just at the top. Chest. Knob that way. That was better. Oh, you missed it coming back. See, you didn't take it down that time. You just turned, and we can't just turn it. It has to come down. You get in such a rush to swing. Don't get into a rush to swing. What are you rushing for? Hold on. Common sense here. What are you rushing for? It's not moving. There's absolutely no reason to rush anything on a tee. Okay? Let the body get in the right positions and just let the swing develop. Just got to find consistency, man. Like that time you were a lot more squatty than you have been. Don't squat in your legs. Stay right there. And that when you rushed again. Okay, so what, dude, y'all are young. Like this isn't something that I expect you to be able to get like right now. But the conversations that we have had over the last couple of weeks is you want to take this serious. You're doing the workouts and everything at home with your brothers and whatnot. And if you want to take it serious, you got to be able to be consistent off a tee. And you're kind of all over the place. Okay? And it's because your rhythm and your load and everything else is inconsistent. Okay? You know what a metronome is? It's a tool that people use for music to keep them in rhythm. And they kind of like tick, tock, tick, tock, tick, tock. Okay, you can get one of those apps on your phone and set it. And so like your load move would be tick, tock, whatever rhythm you want it to be. If you want to speed it up a little bit, okay. But then you get it every little time. So tick, tock, boom. Okay, and just be able to repeat it. You play any music? You play any music? Do you play music? No? See, that was good tempo. But we got to be able to keep that up every time. I'm telling you, your dad needs to buy you a pool table. Get down and want to play pool with the baseballs all the time. Don't get too squatty yet. That one was a little more in the shoulders and a little more sped up. There you go. Okay. Tee work is extremely important. All right. And then finding that consistent rhythm and tempo in your swing is extremely important. But so is getting your body in the correct positions. And you are old enough. You have the information. You have a cell phone. I know y'all have a tripod. You could very easily be recording, you know, your first 5 or 10 swings and then go, look, am I doing this? Or am I nice and controlled in my first move? All right? It's, you know, attention to detail is the thing. I don't want you overthinking, like getting robotic, like, oh my God, where are my hands and my big toe and my pinky? But being able to get your body just as a movement in the same position, in the same rhythm and tempo is critical. Okay? Amen. Get you a drink.